This is RTA 25 News, Sunday morning.
In the headlines for this Sunday morning, a bus accident injures 3 people on the south side at 3:45 this morning, plus 1 person is charged in the Dan Ryan shooting earlier this week. Following that, the investigation continues in the shooting on I-80 Friday afternoon. Also, Metro breaks ground for the Union Pacific Northwest line, and WCIU is rising its new morning show. Good morning, everyone. I'm Rondell Ross, and welcome to the Sunday morning news. Our top story this morning: 3 people were injured in a CTA bus accident in Calumet Heights. Police say it happened around 3:45 this morning near 95th and Stony Island when a white Honda Accord was traveling southbound on Stony Island when it collided with a Toyota Camry traveling on eastbound 95th, when it then struck the number 5 CTA South Shore night bus. 3 people were taken to area hospitals with non-life-threatening injuries, and citations are pending. And we will have more on the story at 5. 1 person was charged yesterday in a shooting on the Dan Ryan that occurred on Wednesday at the Chinatown Feeder Wrap at Cermak and the Dan Ryan. Jeremiah Holt went to court yesterday and is charged with first-degree murder of the shooting. The victim was identified by the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office, 28-year-old Jeremy Scalark. Another person was injured by the gunfire as well. Holt faces battery charges as well, and he was arrested after the chase, injuring 2 officers near 31st and Shields. Another person was charged in a hit-and-run crash in Mount Prospect that injured a 17-year-old girl. According to the police, it occurred on Thursday at the intersection of Loudon Lane and Wolf Road. The victim was taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, and she was also able to give a description of the vehicle that struck her. 46-year-old Scott Malinsky voluntarily came to the police station and spoke out about the incident. After being interviewed by the police, he was charged with leaving the scene of a personal injury accident and a failure to yield to a pedestrian at a crosswalk at a stop sign. A Cook County judge has set his bond at $10,000, and his next court date is scheduled for Thursday, May 11th. Coming up when the Sunday morning news returns, WCIU makes a rising moment in its new morning show. Plus, the investigation continues on a shooting at I-80 Friday afternoon, and Quincy and the CTA announces that renovations will be made to the Quincy station after the break. A new morning show is rising on WCIU Channel 26, The U, with hiring of Chicago television veteran David Plummer as the executive producer. Wildwood Broadcasting Company made a step closer Wednesday into launching its new morning news and lifestyle show. It's soon to debut in the mid-summer time. Plummer, who has also been known for producing credits for ABC7's Windy City Live that airs at 1 every weekday afternoon. Last month, WCIU had cut Melissa Foreman and Gene Sparrow as the hosts of the morning show You and Me on March 2nd due to low ratings. That show aired from 6 to 8 a.m. Since then, John Hanson has been the show's social media coordinator and has been hosting with a mix of guest co-hosts. During the time Melissa and Gene era, brilliant guest co-hosts had helped throughout the years, like Fox 32 weekend anchor and former ABC7 11 a.m. anchor Sylvia Perez, who was also the co-owner of Sylvia Perez Productions. The investigation continues after a shooting left 1 person dead on I-88 Friday afternoon. According to the Illinois State Police, they identified the person as 43-year-old Edward Manus of Sunrise, Florida. He was shot near York Road while driving eastbound on I-88 Friday afternoon. Police say while Manus was driving, an unknown vehicle shot at his tractor and striking him. He was luckily able to pull over after being shot. He was also taken to Elmhurst Memorial Hospital where he died of his injuries. ISP is still investigating the shooting and said they say this is not a road rage incident and no one has been put in custody at this time. Will this be the end for the Route 11 Lincoln bus? The Chicago Transit Authority might cut it again. The CTA decided to bring back the route back in June of 2016 when it was cut off in 2013. In a year-long trial period, CTA spokesperson Jeffrey Tillman says that the CTA was able to get the ridership for the route up, but still below the target set by the agency. Throughout the pilot, daily ridership has hovered at 500, nowhere near 1,500 riders, and the CTA says that was needed to make the route sustainable. Starting Monday, May 1st, Metro will begin a 6-month trial period that will allow pets on trains and the off-peak trains during the weekday hours, but small ones and a pet carrier. The rail agency allows pets only on the weekends and holidays. Now they'll soon be able to allow them on trains that arrive in downtown Chicago before 6:31 or after 9:30 a.m. weekday mornings. And on trains also before 3 p.m. and after 7 o'clock. And it's similar to what is allowed for bikes on trains. Click. Metro breaks ground on the Union Pacific Northwest line with county and local officials of Maywood. Chairman Don Orsino says, in quote, "We are extremely happy to be able to launch this project with our partners at the Union Pacific. Adding these track segments will reduce potential delays and improve travel experience for the 30,000 Metro riders who rely on this line each weekday. The project will add 8 miles of a third track and the 2 remaining segments between Elburn and Chicago that have 2 tracks. The ceremony in Maywood marked the start of the first segment and will last through 2019. If you want to find out more on this, you can log on to Metro's website. That's metrorail.com. And finally, on this Friday morning, the CTA and Rahm Emanuel announced that there will be renovation work to begin at the historic Quincy station. The CTA president, Norval Carter Jr., says that the project will make the Loop station improvable and continues to be invested in Rahm Emanuel's $8 billion investment to modernize transit. The station is in the works of fully accessibility stations, and Chicago Transit Authority is making several changes to the century-old station. And that's on RTA 25 News Sunday morning for this Sunday, April 23rd. I'm Rondell Ross. For everyone here, have a great Sunday, and our next newscast is today at 5.